So in this section, I want to go through why communication is crucial with the vCISO role. And we have to look at, we're communicating with non-technical business stakeholders, right? When we're talking to a CEO, a CFO, they're going to be leaders in their area, right? And they may not know technical jargon. They may see things in the news. They're going to ask questions about things that, a technical person might find trivial. But, we need to understand that they're non-technical and we need to be able to communicate and help them understand, the risks that are involved with cybersecurity and with technology and reassure them that that we're here to support the business. I often find that cybersecurity, when we're communicating, we almost have to sell a problem twice, right? We have to sell that the business has a problem, but then we also have to convince them or sell that we have a solution. And so this is something that's critical that I see is when we're trying to communicate risk and we're trying to communicate maybe gaps in compliance or things like that. One of the areas is being able to say, how does this affect your business, right? Not this is critical because of this technical, let's say technical detail. It is this is critical because, let's say your main line of business is, I'll use an auto dealership as an example. If your main line of business is selling vehicles, but then that service, the computer service that's allowing you to do that is down, um, you can use fear, right? There's sell tactics that I've seen out in the community that you say, if this goes down or if you have this attack that this system will be down, so you need to do this. And really when you get into communicating like a CISO, it's more like these applications are your most critical. And if there's an outage, you know, what is the business impact? What is the business impact for, let's say couple hour outage, a couple of day outage, and when you communicate, it's a being able to communicate that this is critical or this is not critical, right? So you have to understand the business and be able to communicate to the stakeholders that this is going to be the impact to the business, right? Or here's things that we can do in the meantime, right? As we are prepping and maybe using a different long short-term planning. But really that selling twice is something that I believe that when you communicate to the business effectively, they need to understand how it's really going to affect them and how it's going to affect the operations of the business, the revenue generation, and then getting them to understand how a solution, whether it be a policy or a procedure change or something technical, is going to ultimately protect them. And so that's why I say with cyber, with these executives, we're always selling twice.